got another special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Got my brother in the building. Introduce yourself.
Man, y'all, you know what I mean? For those of y'all that don't know.
Let me introduce you.
Let's get Black Ness.
We got another special guest in the building today. Get Your Weight Up podcast, Talk Shop, Ness Twine, Mean Girl Angel, the meanest. No, we got one half of the legendary group Dutch and Spade and the legendary group Major Figgas, Spade-O.
Right.
From the PH, man.
There you go.
That's Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here.
What's going on, Cannon?
Man, life, man.
For sure.
You know how what they say, life be life, ain't no life.
So what's been your journey been like? Man, we know, you know, everybody that not to know, we know you faced some incarceration and you know, you had some success prior to that and, you know, got incarcerated, came back, you know, got back to the music, do the podcast thing, do a lot of things, man. Just tell everybody, bring everybody up to speed about how it's been that journey through, you know what I mean, being on, I mean, getting into legal trouble, coming back out, you know what I mean, starting over and really getting back to it.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a tough journey, you know what I mean? Cause it's different. You know, like people be like, well, you know, when you went, some people, I did such did this or such did that, and I'm like, well, it's different when you go through and you famous. You feel what I'm saying? It's different. It's a different bid. You feel what I'm saying? And you know, Allah was merciful on me the whole way. You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough to get my freedom and come home and be able to regenerate my life and come home whole. Everybody don't come home whole.
No, that's for real.
Some people bodies just come home. You feel what I'm saying?
Sanity. So, you still had your sanity.
Sure,
you didn't let it break you.
For sure. And you know, it's been a journey, man. You know, some ups, some downs, but you know, through it all, I've been me. So you know, I'm blessed. I'm grateful.
Now you've been revered as one of the top Philly lyricists. And, you know, a lot of people respected you for your pen game, how you carry it, your wordplay. How do you think that's changed? Like the music now, you know, like I said, people rever you as a lyricist. That's not, it's far-fetched, the lyricism in hip-hop now. How do you feel about that? When people say they swag rap or I'm a rock star and you know, they get up on these platforms and they ask to rap and they like, well, I don't do that and I'm a rock star. How do you feel about that when you see that coming from the cloth that we come from, when we know lyricism and actually saying something and being articulate means something?
Well, I mean, even when we was coming up doing it still was other artists doing alternative things that was doing well. Black Eyed Peas, Limp Bizkit.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? There was always other genres of music. So I don't really, you know, I love them all. To me, it's either it's hot or it ain't. You feel what I'm saying? It's like records you never thought you liked, they grow on you and you like them. So I don't
true.
I don't really put my mind in a box. That's one thing I learned, you know what I mean? Back in the day when we used to be kicking it with Dame and over. You know what I'm saying? I used to go in the building, in the office sometimes, be with Mac and them or whatever. And every Tuesday, that's back when, you know, CDs used to come out on Tuesday, Jay used to buy every CD, no matter what it was, rap, jazz, pop, whatever, and listen to all of them. You know, because he wanted to stay updated on the sounds of music, you know what I mean, sonically and how it sound. And sometimes that's what artists do, and that's why some of them get stuck, because they keep themselves in that box, and that's why they get stuck.
But you see how you said, see how we open-minded to the youngest music, but you know what I mean, sometimes you know, a lot of the times you know, I do my research and I watch this platform and I watch that platform. A lot of youngsters be saying, oh, the old heads is too rappy and they rap too much and nobody want to hear all that rapping. The same way we open-minded to their music and we successful to their music, they don't really give that same, you know, energy towards us. Like we too rappy or we saying too many words or we can't understand it. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's cool. I ain't got no 15-year-old friend. I'm cool with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, yesterday was ours, man. You know, tomorrow belong to them. So it's like, you know, whatever. Yeah. You know, is they world moved faster than ours did.
No, that's a big
You feel what
fact.
I'm saying?
That's a
Like
big fact.
you can't get off 3 verses and 2 hooks no more. I wish you would.
No.
Like your song better not be no more than 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
And you're out of here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Boss Man D-Lo, 1 verse in the hook, and you're out of here.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. So you kind of gotta get to it, and you kind of gotta really, really dumb it down. You know what I'm saying? You kind of really got to get right to it, give them something jazzy, and get out the way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to be comfortable with having the ability to do those things on other records on your album, where you be able to get that off. I think what's the name did a good job of mastering that, and that's why he stayed relevant for so long. Fab.
No,
I think
Fab,
he mastered the balance. You understand what I'm saying? Jadakiss, they mastered the balance of being able to give you lyrics and keep the bop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You said Jadakiss. I know Jadakiss. You had a good relationship with Jadakiss, and he always kind of like tuned into the Philly artists down here, the culture down here. What's that relationship like? Y'all still
always is great. You know what I'm saying? There's always love. Is always the same, and not just with him, with all of them. Like, we used to go up there and be in Yonkers, hang with each other. They just come there and hang with us. Like, you know what I mean? We got a real genuine relationship that's don't even have nothing to do with music. We may kick in and don't have nothing to do with music. Not that we talk every day, I'll say, but when we see each other, the love is always the same love. Whether he see me here, I'm in New York, or we in Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? The love always the same, and that's all you can ask and expect.
Mm-hmm. Are you still doing music?
I really... it take a lot to get me off the couch these days. You know what I mean? Keep it 1,000. You know what I mean? Because it's like, my love. I still love to do it. Don't get me wrong. I love the craft of making music. I love the art of hip hop. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I heard Eric B say, and Rakim say, "I ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke." It's all I ever wanted to do. You know what I mean? Since then, but now I love it vicariously through young people and trying to pour into them and getting them to learn and master it. You know what I'm saying? And try to understand it. You know what I mean? Not just from the perspective of learn how to make beats and learn how to rap. You need to understand how to monetize yourself, how to make money, how to brand yourself, how to, keep yourself out of stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Are those the things you talk about on your podcast? Because you're still doing podcasts, right?
Yeah, I'm ready to bring it back, but this is what I talk about every day. You know what I'm saying? When I'm mentoring youth, whether I'm on the streets or I'm in juvenile justice center or whatever, like that's really what I just try to give them. And I teach a music program as well, where I teach them all of those things.
Okay, you gotta bring that podcast back though.
Yeah. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back, man. But it's just,
bro. Yeah, man. You gotta talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta...
Bunk was just on the podcast with us not too long ago, talking about the Jay-Z situation pertaining y'all as a group. That Beans was saying that y'all was a part of his group. Can you elaborate with that?
I don't think he was saying that.
Yeah.
He was. Now, he said Beans and them, they say they was on a group that that Major Figga was a part of their group. That's what he said.
Did he? I don't think he said that.
Well, I don't know particularly what he said. I can't really elaborate on something that he said. Now, if you ask me a specific, or you want to ask me a specific question, then I'll answer it. But I can't really speak on something that bumps. You know what I mean? I don't really know, because it's a debate about what he said. You know what I mean?
How do you going back to elaborate on it? How do you remember the whole situation, that era? I was incarcerated at the time, so I was watching you guys in a fucking cell, Channel 48 every Saturday. So my whole thing was, how did that whole process navigate? Because when I first tapped in, I tapped into when y'all was freestyling. It was you, Mac, Most Wanted. That was the first whiff I got of the Most Wanted. I mean, the Major Figgas, Most Wanted. That it was actually a unit, kind of like a, y'all was clicked up. You know what I mean, but y'all had your own separate things. Now, take us back to that time. What was the energy like around Philly at that time? Because it wasn't, if I can recall, rapping wasn't that favorite like it was. It wasn't cool.
It wasn't.
Tell people
Rap wasn't cool
about that time.
It was like when people say, I know it's cliche when people say you had to be there. You really had to be there, because it wasn't just us, it was just the growth of Philly everything. This was the height of AI. You know what I'm saying? This was the Eagles, McNabb. We drafted him in 99. It's 99, 2000. We just starting to build the Eagles up. So it was like the city as a whole was growing. The All-Star game was ready to come here. You know what I'm saying? It was just the city as a whole was growing. And it was just dope to be like, the scene was just like people was proud to say, we from Philly. You know what I mean? It made people be proud to say, yo, I'm from Philly. You know what I mean? Because the way all our stuff grew organically, like it wasn't no social media. It wasn't like having a hip hop video was a big thing back then. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody didn't have a video. Like people, I used to have argument with people like, yo, that's me on that joint. They like, nigga, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't no videos. It wasn't like, we didn't get a video until we signed to a record label. Damn. Like it was just different then. It was just really different then, but it was amazing, man. It was an amazing time, just not just for us as the artists, but just the city as a whole. It was an amazing time, man.
Because you really gave way to me going back, and I got out in May 17th of 2000. So by that time, the industry had came and, you know, y'all was on Most Wanted, Eve. So, you know, the industry went elsewhere. Then the DVD era. When I got out in 2000, that's when the DVD era.
We swapped seats.
Yeah.
See, we swapped chairs. You got.
But I remember
out chair. I got the
earliest
by then.
Too Raw for the Streets.
We was the first.
Was the VHS.
Big Star. Yeah.
And Dutch on the VHS joint.
Yep.
And that shit became,
it became a cult classic. Yeah, real. See, you got to understand that stuff grew while I was in prison. Like I never got a chance to smell my flowers. I was in jail and then by the time I came home and people should be like, yo, you were this. And I was just like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? I seen this. Like people had to tell me about some of the stuff. Like, yo, they got this. I'm like, what are you talking about? You feel what I'm saying? So I didn't even really know.
Because people on the outside thinking that the people on the inside, because some people say people on the inside get the information on the streets.
Yeah, but
faster than people on some people.
But I just didn't, at that point, when I was in there, like the freedom wasn't like a reality to me at that time. So it was just like, I didn't even really care about none of that shit. Like when I was calling home, I'm like, yo, did y'all call the lawyer? What the pill people say? Would this happen? Like, I don't care nothing about no.
Your mind and music.
I don't care nothing about none of it. Because you got to understand, I'm getting burnt out every time my cell door pop. Somebody asking me some music shit, rapper shit, a nigga walking up on me, this bull from Pittsburgh just came up here. He wanted, it just was like a burnout. So I was kind of like so far away from, like, I was like, my colleague like, yo, I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't.
Was they talking about it the whole entire time up there?
Huh?
Was they talking about that the whole entire time while you was in there?
Because jail recycles like this. So it's new people. Every year is new people. Every time you look up, it's not every year, every day. You look up, it's new people. So it's like, and new people got a different version of your story. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows you. They think they know you, and they got a different version of your story. So it's just like, you know, random people it was all love. It was all love, but it was just like,
yeah, that should have burned you out after a while. I can imagine.
Yeah.
I was incarcerated before I actually got my big break, quote unquote. So, but I was in there rapping, and you know, it was the opposite. Like, nigga, you gonna get out there and get in the way.
Yeah.
You gonna go.
But so, you did. Don't understate yourself. Like you did get a break. You're able to get your weight up DVD and do this stuff and still get on there and rap because of that time. And look how long ago that was. And you're still able to benefit and live from that legacy that you created for yourself. The brand Ness. So don't understate yourself. Don't.
One of the reasons why I definitely wanted to have you off the platform, because, you know what I mean, I wanted to make it known. Not make it known, but this is, the fact of the matter is, the way that I got kind of like my name out there was actually like premiering on the
I remember you was on the trip. Marcus Grant was hype about this boy, man. Marcus Grant was hype about this boy. I'll never forget the story. Marcus Graham had this boy he was so hype about. And we all used to be like, man, boy, ain't nothing. Live was like, no, my man got this boy. My man, Black Key got hit. This nigga's nice. He from Southwest. This nigga nice. He from Bartram Village. Bring him through. Put a beat on. They was on the DPG joint, the West Side, one of them West Coast beats.
DPG, DPG, you know me.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
He went, I don't want to say his name. The boy went first.
Spinach.
I had never, no, that wasn't spinach.
That wasn't spinach?
This boy, I don't want to see this nigga, this band. I don't want to do that. Now, spinach would have been able to hold his own, you know what I mean? But this boy got on there and he was okay. I had never heard Ness before because he just came home. I had never heard him before.
That was my first mixtape I was ever
And he
on.
got in there.
Ever.
And that nigga started rapping. I looked at Graham. I said, man, come on, bro. They brought a ringer in this motherfucker, man. Like, because I had never heard Ness, but I had also never heard nobody rap like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Ness had a different colorful cadence that he was using. And it was just like, yo, dude, this is over. You know what I mean? I'm like, that nigga nice right there. And next thing I knew, you was on TV. You know what I mean?
Shit was crazy, man.
I knew you was on TV.
That's how fast it happened. I was like,
no, real rap. I knew it was going to happen that way because you had, at the industry that time, the industry was looking for colorful artists. Not, with energy and even the videos was bright and like they was looking for artists with that type of energy because you had to have that to come across. You feel me? Because everybody was a good rapper back then. So you had to have something else and you had that. So I was like, yeah, he gonna be all right. And he was all right.
So like, what are you doing now? It's 2024. You said podcast is on a standstill. The music is on a standstill. Like, what are we doing?
It's not on a standstill, Ashley. Me and Lava just finished up the glorified part to the glory.
Sitting on your couch. See?
No. I said take something special to get me off my couch.
Okay.
So one of the Figgas called me. That's mandatory. You know what I mean? I'm getting off thinking, but me and Lava had to do a part 2 to the original Glory, which did well for us organically. So it was like we just finished that up. And other than that, I just really been doing a lot of mentoring and a lot of community stuff. Like my passion now is like my story to let it not to be a story for the young men that's want to do this. Because they all, if you sit down 10 young men in this room, 7 of them going to say they want to be rappers.
Damn.
You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of them is doing the wrong shit that's going to end them to land like I landed. So my job is to pour back into them. No, don't go that way because that way does not work. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody's teaching them how to sing and dance, but nobody's teaching them how to make the money. Right. And if you can't tell them how to make money, they're not going to be interested.
Right. Are you helping them like get in a position, like connecting them? Like if they're given, I guess, they seem like they on the right path. Are you taking these youngins and like putting them in little certain positions to see like, or you just tell them like, hey, stay out the street. Don't do that. Make money like this.
If you listen to me long enough, I'm gonna give it to you A to Z. I don't want to be your manager. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be your cousin manager, your man manager that you say hot. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna teach you and let you understand when you say, "Well, my man is hotter than him, but why he doing this?" Well, let me tell you why. Because he does this, this, and this. And in order for you to get to this, this, and this, y'all need to start doing this. Look at your page. Your page looks sloppy. Do this, do this. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to teach them A to Z. So that, I ain't trying to give them fish sandwiches. I'm trying to give them fish and rods and teach them how to fish. Go ahead and catch your fish. It's not my job to walk you in. And now, if you ready, because most artists are not ready. Most artists are not ready because I know when they're not ready when I ask them, well, really do you want? They can't really tell me nothing other than the amount of money. Like much control you're publishing, how much of your merch, how much of this. You just telling me how much money you want. So what if they say, all right, here goes such and such amount of money, but we want everything. Is you going to take the money? You understand what I'm saying? It's like they don't, that's when I know if they're mentally really ready.
Everybody going to cop out for the money though. That's the leverage that everybody
But there's a good way to cop out for the money.
Everybody gonna cop out for the bread.
There's a good way. If you're a person who've never, off your music, the most you've ever earned is $50,000, and they come to you with $350 and say, let me buy that back catalog. All you ever made off it was $50. Get rid of it.
Right.
Because if they bang it and want them to become a hit record, you still make the money performing the records anyway. You still make the money.
So a lot of it's just a lot of things that these artists is not put up on, the financial literacy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? The ins and outs of the business. A lot of people get in these business and just don't do the actual research of the business?
Well, the thing is, let's be brutally honest. It's more paramount for them because at the end of the day, some of them already done turned over their hourglass because they in beefs. They got this going on. They doing drill rap saying I'm smoked on your dead homie.
Yeah, so
the hourglass turned over already for them.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? By their own doing. And I also try to deviate them from that. Like, how is that going to be a good ending for you? Because some of them, unfortunately, never going to be able to enjoy their success. At the peak of their success, they're going to be looking at it from a jail cell, like Pooh Shiesty.
Damn.
Right.
Who never got a chance to perform a mega hit record.
Damn.
Or Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Dudes had the biggest records. Or
at the height of his success, he was.
You got the biggest record in the world. And you in the jail cell.
You in the jail cell.
You never you couldn't go tour and make the money. You feel what I'm saying? These is real stories.
Like real stories.
This ain't like no fake stuff. These is real stories.
What do you think we go about as fixing it though, as a community, as a hip hop community, as in a culture? Like, they're pushing this agenda. Death, destruction, real music. Then, 6 months later, it's something else.
Right.
Then it's something else.
Right.
How do we keep ourselves together as a community where we don't be impacted by the agenda of the hierarchy, the people that run the industry?
Well, first of all, the elder statesmen got to stop understanding that they elder statesmen and stop competing and start teaching. You feel what I'm saying? You can still go in and do your craft, but it's incumbent upon you to pour back into them. Because what we used to say, man, them old heads don't look out for us. They ain't never teach us nothing. So now you spin back and do the same thing. Nah, you know what I'm saying? It's not us against them. It's not us against them. It's them. They're the legacy. Whatever you believe it or not, like we say, man, that drill rap to this nigga. We was shooting niggas, selling coke, rapping about the same shit they rap about. We was rapping about
same shit.
It's the same stuff.
It's just sped up. That's all.
It's just sped up. It's the same stuff. So they ain't nothing but a product of us. You know what I mean? So we gotta just get more involved with them. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be more open arms with them because by nature they standoffish. Young boys are standoffish by nature, and it's not that they want to be. It's just the demeanor that they have to have out here. Because most of them is naturally like, man, I ain't being Joe. They want to come over and talk to you like a motherfucker.
They
want to come over and say, oh, I love your stuff. They want to tell you how much
There's just a few of them that got their head on their shoulders for the most
part. It's quite a few of them.
It just seems like their generation just was, I don't know.
It's more of them than you think, man. When you get to sit down and talk, like these young boys be sharp, man. They really be sharp. And you be like, I know old head, but man, you be like, come on, bro.
They wear their heart of their sleeve too much. Everything is they're ready to take it to the extreme. The slightest disrespect or shade is like,
because it's all public.
To my thing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Being a street nigga, is the easiest thing because you from the hood and you just understand the environment you in.
But that don't make you a street nigga.
But what I want to say is, everybody's a street nigga up until they find something that they're good at. And then they want to, focus their attention and their time on that.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do we keep people from going down these same pitfalls year after year, filling up these fucking jails and, just adding to, the agenda, man. They want us to be apart. They pushing untogetherness. Nobody's pushing. None of these songs is about marriage. None of these songs about building family structure. All these songs is about fuck the bitch and use the nigga up for money and go fuck another nigga. Shoot the nigga. We smoking Tuka pack or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we start fixing this shit? Or do we just keep being enabling our youth?
Well, it's just a way to try to change the way of thinking. You got to change the mindset of the people. You know what I'm saying? The conditions of the people can't change until they change themselves. You know what I mean? So you got to change the mindset of the people, and especially the young people. You understand what I'm saying? Because the more they start to approach it and they start to understand it from a business perspective, it'll make them stay away from a lot of the stupid stuff. Because the reality is the goal is to get the money. The moolah.
It sounds like y'all need to have like some type of like business rap, hip hop or something class or something.
It's hard to do that to people that know it all. So that's why I talk to the young kids. You know what I mean?
Sit in this class.
That's why I pour into the younger kids, because some of them, the hardest thing to tell somebody that got a little something is you really don't got shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's hard to have that conversation with them. But when they broke and they got nothing, they humble, they all ears. When they get a little buzz and a little something, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing.
That started before they get the buzz.
That's why I pour into the young, the youth.
Have like a little class.
No, but I'm always, you shoot all the rappers in Philadelphia up with Truth Serum. Anytime I pull yo, what's up? What you doing? Yo, do more of this, man. Get in. Like, I'm always that guy for everybody. Sure. I don't got no picks, who this, I don't care who it is. Any artist from Philly I've run across, I let them know, man, I love what you're doing. Yo, I see what you got going on, man. You need to get more videos out there. Put some more stuff out there. People like you, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? I'm always the encourager of all the artists. Because I genuinely want to see them be successful. Every time I see somebody from Philly, it make me feel good because they carrying the torch. They're carrying the lineage. They're not letting it die. You feel what I'm saying?
You always had that energy. You always had that energy, just genuine. Just you never been that type of person that didn't want to see the next man shine or get his just due. You always been like, yo, that's my nigga Ness. Yeah, whoopty whoopty whoop. Same way you was Dutch. I wanted to ask you about, because that's a special time, that Undeas, Charlie Baltimore, Dutch and Spade, because y'all was like kind of like the flagship artists of a new situation.
Yeah.
And a lot of these artists don't really get to that opportunity to really know what that is like and experience when you're a part of something new and when you're kind of launching this label, this new venture, and where most of the priority is around the artist that's right there at the, you know what I mean, at the very beginning, as opposed to where an already established label that has some years under the belt, some success, where an artist that may have the goods is not getting the same attention as the artist that, you know, help build the building, put the building blocks in the building.
Well, I mean, we was them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We went to, you know, he already had Cam and he had Charlie. So it was like, and he had the success with, you know, with him and with him and Big B, Junior Mafia and Lil Kim. So we was like the redhead stepchild.
So were y'all signed to Undeas?
We were signed to Entertainment. That was Entertainment was the new one.
Okay, so that's two different things. Undeas Big Beat is different than Entertainment.
Yeah, Entertainment was the new situation with me, Cam, and Charlie.
Oh, gotcha.
Undeas Big Beat was Lil Kim and Junior Mafia. So we was kind of like the new kids, and you got to understand, like you say, being a rapper wasn't cool. Being a rapper from Philly really wasn't cool.
Definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So it was still like a little, especially with New York, it was like a little, so I mean, they kind of treat us like redhead stepchildren to the point where I was like, yo, you can stay here if you want. I'm packing I'm going to fuck back home. I'm out here.
Is this the same situation with Interscope, or this is a whole different situation?
The Interscope thing happened later. Entertainment was originally on Sony. And then when the fallout happened with Sony, they kept Cam. And Charlie ended up going to Murder Inc., whatever she was doing with Murder Inc. And then, you know, Steve Stout was like, nah, I like them two. I like Dutch and Spade. You can want to start a new situation with them. We was started to that, but to be brutally honest, I never thought the records was coming out. I always thought it was like, you know what I mean? Steve, like, yo, don't snitch on my man, join here, like take this and be quiet. You know what I mean?
What's your relationship now? Yours and Dutch?
You know, Dutch still my brother. He always gonna be for life. You know what I mean? You know, life you grow up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know, he got his family. I got my own family, and you know, life go apart. But it's still all love.
Okay.
Like, is y'all going to do any type of music anytime soon that you think of? Like, I know you stated you and Lava going to be dropping an album.
Well, me and Lava, this is something like a series for me and Lava. This is our second one. So it was kind of like a, you know, the only way I would get in it is like if it was all of us. You know what I mean? That's the only way I would really, you know what I mean? For it to make sense. You know what I mean? For me. But, yeah, but I still pop out here and there. You know what I mean? Certain people call me, but other than that.
For sure. We in the year of us. I wouldn't say we in the year, because the past 3-4 years, ever since the pandemic, people have been outside. We've been seeing a lot of these reunion tours.
Right.
What do you feel about a major figure reunion, couple dates?
I mean, even if it wasn't a couple
with
dates,
your brothers and sisters.
even if it wasn't a couple of dates, I feel like just one for the city would be dope. You know what I mean? Just one for the people that always. I feel like, especially me, because I'm like, damn, man, it was people that was, you know, supported me after all those years I was away and supported me. It's like, it's people that they forget about rappers, they forget about you a month later. You know what I'm saying? And the love that I genuinely got, I still get. You know what I'm saying? People, you know what I'm saying? I get genuine love from the people and I appreciate and I try to reciprocate. You know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like, you know, maybe one for the city. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a one night only, that would be pretty dope.
Gotta make that happen.
What you think that's stopping it though?
I mean, you know,
everyday life.
Not just everyday life. Is, you know, this at the end of the day, this is a business. You know what I mean? And you got to do things that make sense. You know what I mean? You know, it make it happen one day. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know, a lot of things happen that we never imagined was going to happen.
Right.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
so especially in hip hop. You know what I mean?
You when you came home, you had this thing going on with On Deck Entertainment. How was that over there?
I mean, it was for me coming home. You know what I mean? Me and my guys. You know, that was kind of like a thing. Like, all right, what we gonna do? What you want to do? I'm like, nah, kind of, because that always was my mindset when I came home. I didn't really want to. I wanted to come home, get guys on, use my connections, put things together for other people. It was never really about me being you know, jumping out in front of there and all of that no more. You know what I'm saying? I had kind of, you know, lived, and people's like, man, why you don't want that? Why you don't want that? And I kind of, only way I could kind of explain it to them was like, damn, man, you know, you ain't never really seen nobody climb Mount Everest twice. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like, it drained me. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit and jail, like, it just drained me. Like, all right, y'all get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? like y'all go ahead and go do that. Like, I'm kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really fuck with none of y'all. Like, go ahead over there. I'm going to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do me, figure my life out, and then whatever. But my whole mindset was always to try to help other people get on. I got as much enjoyment watching other people hear their records on the radio for the first time as I did from me hearing my joint on the radio for the first time. Real shit.
Speaking on that, we know hip hop is a male-dominated culture.
For sure. But not no more.
Huh?
Not no more.
That's what I'm about to get into. The last couple years, it's been a heavy flow, no pun intended, of female artists.
For sure.
Specifically rappers. How do you feel about that? And what's the energy around, you know, the ratchet era opposed to the Rhapsodies and the Lauryn Hills compared to the Sexy Reds and the Ice Spices?
Well, listen, the people speaking. And the reality is they're making good records. You know what I mean? It's like you peel the layers off it and whatever, they're good records. The women are making better records. Glorilla and them are making better records. Lato's making better records.
Them up, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're making better records, and they have been for a few years. And the Megan, the City Girls, all of those. Sexy, like, they've had a nice run where they've been. Nicki was on top for a long time. Like, it's the women had Cardi B. Like, I can run down a bunch of them. Like, the women been having the bigger records for a nice little while now.
I believe Nicki single-handedly breathed life back into the female artist. Rapper specifically.
Yes.
And then I think Cardi B was brought to fruition to combat Nicki.
Well, the reality is, once Nicki got to a certain level, she probably got too big for some people to appreciate. See, you got to remember, people remember watching Cardi with the gap in her teeth on Instagram, being funny and being ratchet. Then on Love and Hip Hop, and now she's a rapper. So she was vulnerable, she was regular, she was real. You feel what I'm saying?
They got a chance to grow with her.
They grew with her. You feel what I'm saying? They grew with her. So they were diehard fans of her when she just used to do funny shit on Instagram. And then when she came out with a catchy joint, it was like, oh, that's my girl right there. And she kept that, I mean, that Cardi from round the way demeanor and approach, you know what I'm saying? Even now to this day. That's why they still accept her.
What you feel about ghostwriters? A lot of these female writers got ghostwriters.
So I want to be entertained.
I know you come from the era though. I do too, where it's, you know, it's a little bit more I would say, a little bit more honorable when you write all your own raps and everything that the consumer and the listener hears, your thoughts, your composition, your writing. And, you know, like you said, you don't give a fuck. But what do you say to a hip hop purist that, you know, appreciates an artist that writes all his music, writes all his choruses, do all the song figuration and the you know how they put a song and the choruses and the bridges and all that, as opposed to somebody like, I don't give a fuck as long as we has a hit record. I don't give a fuck. We got the best ghostwriters, the best production people in the world. As long as we have a successful song and a hit record at the end of the day.
Evolve or perish, man. That's like the evolution of music, man. Like that's the evolution of the game, and what a modern artist is. So you got to evolve. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you have to be able to produce the product faster and get it to the consumer faster, because it's at the push of a button. They don't got to go to the record store no more.
They don't.
I'm talking about at the push of the button. Every artist that got an album ever out, they can access it at the push of a button. So you gotta be able to get in their face and stay in their face. So you got to mass produce. And once you catch something that work, you got to stay with it.
Get a good ghostwriter, because Cardi B showed y'all that it don't matter. You got a ghostwriter and everybody know about it.
Yes, it does not matter. Nobody cares no more. People knew Drake had ghostwriters. Did that stop them from loving his record? Absolutely not.
He actually
got bigger.
Turned up more after that.
Nobody cares. Like, is the record dope? Am I entertained?
Right.
When I push play. That's it. I don't care nothing about the semantics. That be them grumpy niggas. Man, niggas be grumpy for nothing.
Now we all seen the outcome of the Drake and the Kendrick fiasco, and everybody kind of like, you know, Kendrick was the winner of the beef. Now we see that
they both was winners. Drake streams went up 400%.
400%.
So they both won.
We see the following things in this whole UMG suit. And, you know, this allegation about the bots. How do you feel about that presence in music, about the bots and all that type of shit? How they can manipulate the numbers and the views and the digital plays on this shit?
Well, I mean, you can always manipulate numbers and views, but what you can't manipulate is a pure diehard fan base. You understand what I'm saying? And you can see the difference. You know who bot produced. Because you see them when they come through the city, ain't nobody really jacking about it.
Do you think Not Like Us warranted that type of attention that they got?
Yes, because what it did was, not only was it like somebody who was really on the level of a Drake, you know what I'm saying, commercially, but he, like somebody coming to slay the dragon and doing it in a predominantly West Coast way that unified that coast. You feel what I'm saying? With the sound and everything.
Do you think it was more about Drake or was a hot record?
I really think it was I think it's a good record. Yeah. But you got to remember, that wasn't the first, that was
no, it wasn't.
3 or 4 records down the way. But you remember the Metro and Future John really set it off, but it had got set off when Cole said, we the big 3, you know what I'm saying? And put Kendrick, him, and like J. Cole said, we on the same level. We the biggest 3 artists. So for Kendrick to come right back and say, F the big 3, it's just big me. So it was like, it was, so now everybody tuned into anything Kendrick say from then on. So it was just a good setup, and he delivered a record. You feel what I'm saying? He went, you think they followed the John Hope, Kendrick, like all that motherfucking Def Poetry Jam shit is over. Mustard, get in here, bang, get the joint. Mustard, come on in here, let's get a joint out of here.
Following the aftermath, do you think Drake is valid in his claims that, you know, the bots kind of like manipulated the numbers to coercing the people to thinking that the record was bigger than it actually was, outside of what we felt on the East and the West Coast when the record came out? Do you think it's the biggest record as Drake making it seem big of a deal?
Did they ever use bots for your Jones?
They use bots for everything.
No, I'm just asking.
That's why I don't understand how can you be not that in, you know, tune with what's going on to not know the same play that they ran for that song, they ran for your songs and your projects years prior, the whole time. Well, and to sue them to say that's defamation of character, do you think that's unhip hop and unethical.
He said they used his money, the money that he made them, to give him more spins and all that stuff. Like, so I think his lawsuit is a little bit more deeper.
You think it's unethical to sue at this point?
Is it unethical, unhip hop? Are you asking me, is it unhip hop? And I'm personally, I think Drake is a dope artist, but everything about him is unhip hop. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? The reality, his story, where he come from, his background, and to come and grow and be the biggest, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this whole thing is unhip hop if you look at it. So it's like, listen, man, it's like, in the last, since this COVID, it was like the black curtain just been pulled back. It's like everything going on in this joint. Like everything in the industry is like all the dirty little secrets is coming out. And it's like, but these are, Nuss, you've been around, these are only dirty little secrets to the common people. Like people that been was hearing this.
Yeah, we already know.
This shit Ben was, you know what I'm saying?
Be saying that's why they ask me. I'm like, I got the same story every time.
Yeah, real shit.
And it's not just one or two, it's everybody.
Yes.
Everybody.
So this is what it is, you know what I mean?
For sure. Co-host, any?
What you had?
I thought I was like just a special guest. Sit here and just, you know.
Me?
No.
You've been chiming in. You've been chiming in.
I know Spade from podcasting, so I just be, you know, looking forward to, you know, the podcast return.
What you think about that now? How big that's grown to where niggas is like, you know,
I love
you
it.
already know Gil and Wallow, they're your brothers. They already rose to prominence and all that.
Yeah.
And damn, 10 years ago, we never thought that podcasting and being a, you know, online personality would be this impactful to the culture.
Well, it really started from them there blogging first.
We know that it's been around, but I'm talking about the actual, you know, the personalization that, you know, Wallow, Gilly, academics.
Yeah, Drink. I mean, Nori and them was big Drink champs. Yeah.
Like to see it come to fruition where niggas is really like tapping into these platforms and niggas is getting big football kind of deals with this shit.
I mean, the reality is, how many good TV shows is there? You know what I'm saying? Really?
Right.
Like, really, how many, like, you know what I'm saying? You remember back, it was days shows you used to go in the house to watch. Like, how many good TV shows is there? So it's a new approach to entertainment. This is how the consumer wants to consume entertainment. So we're going to deliver more of it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's the mindset we got. You gotta stay ahead of the trends of what the consumer wants and how they're consuming the product. That's how you got to deliver it. You can't keep delivering that shit the old way. You know what I'm saying?
And they wanted like a real story from you that they didn't get from the past, and some of them, you know what I mean?
And the reality
that's
is
the convenience of it too. The driving and being able to listen to your favorite podcast while driving.
Yeah.
That's the real like convenience. You don't have to go sit at a couch,
Exactly.
on the couch or whatever. You could just pull it up while you on your way to, you know, wherever you may be going. So podcast just made it very convenient to hear like your favorite artists, your favorite people talking and actually speaking on topics that you actually care about.
Real right. Real right. And from a corporate point of view, it's way easier to pay for ads on a YouTube or a podcast than it is to buy a commercial on television.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a real rap.
So, you know, that's the grand scheme of things, is the money. You know what I mean?
Top 5 rappers right now, Young Boys, City, and Biddy.
No particular order.
Particular order.
It could be females too. You can be asking everybody about the top 5 men.
I ain't say men.
No,
I
he
said
said
5 rappers.
I thought you said Mel.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you said Mel
But
rappers.
when you say young boys, you gotta let me know what you mean by young boys. Because I would say, but Core's not really a young boy. I look at Core like one of the more seasoned artists. He's been around for a while now.
What would be considered when I'm talking about?
Okay, well, I love Core. Core's one of my favorite. Tour.
Even though you're right, he's more of a seasoned.
Yeah, he's been around for a
been
while.
around for a minute. Yeah.
Tour, Rada.
Right. Hell yeah.
Leaf Ward, Kwani, Boar. It's so like I could run down
it's just like a
Skrilla, like it's a million of them, and I like all of them. Oh man, She TS, like I love
She
right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love K and Sturdy and all them from Abbotsford, you know what I mean? It's just a bunch of squads, you know what I mean, that I love, you know what I mean? So
now with the passing of YBC Duel and the whole drill movement and how kind of Philly's always been the funny thing about Philly to me. Philly, we got our own identity, but we like to sponge off for other cultures.
For sure.
So I mean, in the last 5 years, I've seen, and some might agree, some might not. A lot of people say that Philly kind of inherited the same drill culture of Chicago.
I would say that.
With the passing of YBC Duel, and it kind of hit me kind of hard because we was on No Jumper both this year, and he did bring up my name as one of the elder statesmen that need to, speak out a little bit more on, the shit that we facing in the community, and just with the climate of rap and the filter from old head passing down the wisdom and torch to the youngin for they be able to navigate in the joint now.
Right.
Then he did the thing with Trap, the guy Buckingham from over the seas, and then it posted. Then he was killed the very next day.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind because I'm like, damn. As soon as I start to tap in and really, what they got going on from hearing their name, shit, they lose their fucking life, and it's sad, that we got our own identity, but we inherited other things from other cultures, and it ends up being a catastrophe.
Yeah.
And
a death sentence.
Well, we didn't inherit death and violence. Like we had been here.
But,
No, Philly's always been
the act of rapping and then talking about it. And,
that.
And then antagonizing dead people.
Well, that became cultural. That became cultural everywhere. Everybody started dissing dead. The Young and Ace and all of them in Florida, like they was doing it and killing. Like it went. NBA Youngboy and them was like that became the thing in hip hop, and it went wild. Philly's one of them places that was going to take off, just like between Philly and New York. Like two New York artists could have a rap beef and it never go there. Two Philly artists have a real rap beef, it's going to go there at some point. You know what I'm saying? Even if not with them, the entourage is somebody is going to jump. And it's like, once it get more inflammatory, I killed your man, we smoked on your man, pick your man up, this or that. Not just them, a bunch of art. That's crazy. And it's like, once it gets that inflammatory, now it's inflammatory. Now it goes from, and you talking about young men, impulsive, young. They brain ain't
call it toxic masculinity,
but they don't even have it yet because they're not even. Some of them still adolescents. So they, what I'm saying? They're just on impulse. They just do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like once you put that in the atmosphere, they gonna go because now it goes from I want to do something to I gotta do something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And once you do that to a young black and brown boy from the inner city of America. And they strapped, and they got 3-4 young boys that's with them, that's on the same type time. Yeah, you in some trouble. Yeah, for sure. You in some trouble.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. What's the best thing for them to do? Like, what's the best thing to do for them? Like right now, like to stay focused on, like, what I'm saying, as far as career, as far as the community, where though they need to know, like the jails ain't what it is back then, because in there is like you're getting shanked up, they coming in your cell, and it's like it's easy access more than anything now.
Right. But I mean, it's just the reality. I just value your life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting no another one. You gotta have a self-worth. Like this stuff not even worth it. The most discouraging thing when you talk to them is never about the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you very rarely get them talking about money. You rarely get them to
something petty they over.
Yeah, I mean, it's about what they say, principle. You know what I mean? And it's like we all was there. You know what I'm saying? We always standing on stuff. You know what I mean? We always killing and ready, killing, die for blocks we wasn't never gonna own. You know what I mean? And that's just the realities of it. And that's just tribalism at its finest. You know what I mean? But it's the responsibility. It's the responsibility, like I said, of the elders and the elders, because at the end of the day, it's not their job to believe in themselves. It's our job to believe in them and make them believe in themselves. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't know their circumstance when they go home.
Right.
That's why I don't judge them. You know what I'm saying? Because all we see is what we see of them out in the world. We don't know what they going home to or what they been through.
Right.
So I just try to pour into them any way. You know what I mean? Like, stay safe out here, big boy.
Right.
You know? I don't know. You know what I mean? But we also got to not discourage them. You know what I'm saying? It's like older people, and sometimes your parents be your biggest hater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes the first person to hate on you be your mom. You know what I mean? Yo, mom, I want to do this. You can't do that, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's hard to tell a kid what they can't do, and they watch people make millions from their basement, sitting in front of a computer. Like, how can you tell a kid you can't never do that, and people have done amazing stuff that people said could never be done?
Right.
So sometimes you gotta like encourage them and let them take their shot. And if it don't work, the great thing about youth is you got time to do something else.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You still be doing the gym work, like, you know what I mean?
Not as much, man. Not as much. It's about health now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just about health now. But yeah, I still get in there. You know what I mean? Got to keep it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't. You worried about him in the gym.
So no, you tripping. I'm been working out.
Oh my goodness.
No, serious. No,
Listen, man. I ain't gonna lie. You better do something. You talking about getting out? Don't get in there with Darius, man. Don't get in there, Twine. Don't get in there, Twine.
We ain't gonna bring his name up yet because it ain't certified yet. But no, I'm definitely been
Well, don't get in there, Twine.
No,
Get your ribs barbecue. My barbecue Twine ribs in there, man. I'm be mad as shit if my man gets ribs barbecue. Like, hold up, man. Hold the fuck up, man. Don't get in there.
There's a couple people jumping in the ring, so it's like,
I know, but you ain't been in no type of, it's different, Twine.
But that's
You gotta really like.
no, hear me out. It's like, I really do this though.
Listen, you can fight. You from the hood, you can fight, but getting in the ring with gloves and holding them gloves up for a time.
It's 1 minute
you
round.
I'm talking about working.
Man, 1 minute, long time. You holding them gloves. I'm telling you.
It's 1 minute round, so it's like no, true. I think what you're saying. I've been juicing lately and smooth and everything.
You gotta do more than that.
They gonna beat the smoothie out of Twine.
So
Hey, let's get Twine, man.
You gotta do more.
Get BY. BY.
all right, Miss Worker, how many days that you think that it'll take to get in shape?
For you?
No, forget me.
For a fight? For a boxing match?
Like, we talk about like you need to lose
At least
weight.
6
You
to 8
gotta,
weeks.
like, you gotta do
6 to
some
8 weeks.
weightlifting.
At least 6 to 8 weeks to get in a good shape to be able to fight. Like, it's gonna take you 2 weeks to get all that toxins out
Yeah, you need the energy.
Right.
You're gonna be throwing up the first 2 weeks before they even be able to get you to do anything. Just conditioning, you gonna need 2 weeks straight of just conditioning before you even pick the gloves up. I'm just keeping it 1,000.
No,
I'm
that's
just keeping
what
it
I'm
1,000. I used to do
I'ma
like
take it-
this.
I'ma take
I
it
got
from
faith in my man.
You know what I mean?
I got faith in my man.
Shut up, Ness. Cause
Man, Twine, if this was a straight 2 niggas rumbling right here, all right, Twine, we good. This is a boxing match.
Been on this boxing match. I'm just hearing about it. You've been sitting.
Don't be on it, Twine. Don't be on it. Bring your camera. Get
So look, all right, look.
Look, that thing is in like 2 weeks, man. Couple weeks, man.
All right, look. I'm gonna break it down,
bro.
I'm gonna break it down. This how it started. We had somebody on the team.
Get you a noodle to box with punch.
That was bad business. So he called me out on the internet, and I'm like, well, I thought of it. It was even though it was last year. I'm like, all right, well, you mean you had it on the internet? You can pop it on the internet again. You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead again. He copped out. He wanted to bring his friend on. I said, all right. Then the other guy, I had somebody that was popping on the internet. I said, matter of fact, I'm on your side of the hood. You know what I'm saying? Erie Avenue section. So I'm like, all right, well, we can hit to the gym, we can pop it, but
Internet be getting niggas fucked. Internet be getting niggas fucked.
so you know,
You talking about going in the ring though? That's different. That's different kind of work.
Yo, you got to get your
different.
conditioning in, Twine. Like that's what all I'm saying. Like if you and the nigga was rumbling right here, my man Twine gonna hit his business. This is a boxing match with glove. Like
I
you
know
need to be
it's very
conditioned.
different.
You gotta
Minute
go
is a
round.
long
It's a
motherfucking
long time.
You gotta go. How many rounds is it? Just
it's three rounds.
Man, listen, them gloves are 20 ounces.
Yeah.
They feel like 20 tons after a couple. Trust me.
you nuts? Like
I'm gonna back my man on whatever play he trying to run.
That's gonna laugh at him too. Look at that. That ain't shit.
I said if you lose, it's over for us.
He gonna put you in a podcast blender. He gonna set a blender right here and put you in it every day. Don't go.
No, I kept it real with my man. I said, yo, if you even get knocked down, it's over for us, man.
Man,
bro.
You gotta really like. That's
You should have thought about this earlier, Twan, if you was going to do this.
All right, like I said,
You got to condition yourself.
I was called out on it. So, you know, Gil pulled me
Take
on
it
the
back.
He's like, yo, you still want to rumble? I said, wow, what's up? I said,
No, let me know.
he tried to sneak it in. So I said, look, you got this on Instagram. I got to stand on it. It's like, you got me in front of 2,000 people. So, you know,
Don King Juice.
Exactly. So I'm saying, man, it is what it is. I said, but you got to bring the contract first before I do anything. It's like, I already got 2 trips I'm going on. So my whole thing, bring the contract in. Then I'm going to go right in red form, cancel.
No, you don't need to worry about the contract. You need to be worried about preparing.
The business
Like-
first.
He trying to get the moolah first.
The business.
Yeah, but-
moolah first.
So you don't want to get your health together? You can just get your health together in the process.
But I'm saying, I'm already doing that. That's the thing. It's like
You're not in boxing condition.
You talking about juicing?
You talking about juicing the smoothie? Niggas gonna barbecue your ribs. I'm gonna punch the smoothie out you.
But
You need some protein, nigga. Talking about juicing smoothie.
True, but before anything is tapping with me, far as it's like I did business with Gil, my thing is do business with me.
All right, well,
So if you saying, all right, if I'm in a fight, all right, let's get the business done, then I can.
I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's gonna be a problem.
But I think
I don't think that what you saying that's Lou. I don't think that's a problem, Lou. That thing coming right through tomorrow. That thing will be hot off the presses if that's what you want to do.
I told you point blank, man. Listen.
You should have told him point blank,
This
don't
shit-
do it.
No, I got faith in him. That shit don't take. Listen,
It does.
he hasn't gotten to full fledged. He wait for the business, then I can understand.
But when
But
is
with Spade
the,
saying
when
he
is
could
the
just
fight?
regular get in shape just for his regular health period. Outside of fuck the boxing shit, just regular get in shape. And I understand that.
But you got to be in shape, period, to get in the ring.
I'm just saying a
Gotta
boxing
be-
match is
about
different from a
endurance and
fight.
condition.
They're not the same thing.
About doing some
A fight might last 1 minute, the whole thing. This is a boxing match. Yeah, right. Yeah, that shit seem like forever when you rumbling a nigga. Y'all been rumbling for 2 minutes. That shit seem like you been rumbling for 2 weeks. Real rap.
So you gotta be
You
consistent.
know, I know. Like, what the fuck are
Hey,
you
Boogie,
doing?
I got my man still coming out victorious. I don't care who they
Listen, man, Twan is my
your
guy.
weight
Okay.
Twan is my guy. That's right.
No,
That's
get
right.
your weight down. The fuck?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Trying to tell you, like.
If you're rumbling bull a little big, so you gonna have to keep your weight up.
No, true. He been trained for a year.
That's
You know
what
what I'm saying? So-
don't get in there, Twan, man.
I said that's cool, but
Twan,
no, hear me out. Hear me out. True, but
Let's not get it fucked up. I seen out of shape niggas out boxers. I see out of
plenty
shape
of
niggas
times.
out boxers.
Plenty of times.
Yeah, like that shit can happen.
Plenty of times.
I'm more
Not in a boxing match, I ain't never seen it. In a fight, yes. Not in a boxing match.
So all right, so from a
But he
person
not no boxer neither.
that's my thing.
What you been training for then?
That's what he
Because
just been.
that's what he do. He likes to go around
You
and.
gotta train for the condition.
But he does
Gotta get
this.
your
He was
brain.
in the first. He
Yeah,
fought in
he
the first,
was.
and he fighting other joints.
Yeah. So, you know, my thing is I'm a defensive fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna talk my shit
we
though.
go.
Like, look, hey, nice. Hold on. What happened when we was in the mall? When we was in the mall, what happened in the mall?
When?
When we was in the next mall, and the nigga he circled us 3 times.
No, we know you stand on business.
We know you stand on
it's a
business.
different thing.
We talking about. That's not what we talking about.
Man, my man.
Athleticism is a different thing
Like,
than checking a nigga standing
this
on
is a
business.
sport. This is a
Oh, no,
sport.
Man, that nigga said his game is about defense.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even like your.
the nigga-
You
No, I got
gotta get in with a
coming.
trainer. Like you still need to be able to.
train my man. It's like, can you
I'm not a
train-
boxing trainer, but I'll get a boxing trainer for him.
Yeah. Sure, I got a
I know a
professional
bunch.
trainer. Yeah, man.
I know a bunch.
Okay.
Look, Angel just counting me out.
I'm not counting. I just don't want you to get in there. And
I don't like your
embarrass
approach though.
yourself.
You ain't really like
No, it's like I'm
get myself in shape.
I ain't
The whole
excited
time
about
you
it
got a
because
fucking
until
weight in your
business.
hand, like you training.
I'm
like,
telling you.
stop.
Come on, you trolling my man now, hey.
All right, Bess, I'm sorry.
That's the young boy say all the time. Come on, Hulk, you trolling. Young boy tell me that all the time. Come on, Hulk, you trolling now.
Sorry, Nuz. You know, this is my guy right here. But, like,
But that's my guy. That's what I'm saying. Don't just jump in there like that.
It's gonna be good though. We're gonna be in the building.
Yeah, I mean, I love to see him punch on something.
Going down.
I need to get my ticket.
Yeah, I'm going down. I was at this. Yeah, it's entertaining, man. We had a good time.
You media now. You don't need no ticket. You with the Get Your Weight Up podcast.
Get your weight up podcast.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You with the boy on them. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
But
Would you ever see yourself doing that? Getting in the ring?
I ain't trying to put on like nobody.
I just had to ask.
No, I'm just saying it's like, you know, I don't see it, you know what I mean?
Bro.
Yeah, I don't see it. But I mean, it's entertaining, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
You was working out though while you was up there though? You was keeping in shape and
Yeah,
shit?
for sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing you about can do. Read books and stay out the way.
Keep your mind right.
Keep your mind right.
Just
Keep your body, keep yourself in shape.
being healthy is life, though. Like,
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It ain't easy. You see, you done got glowed up. Like, hey, like everybody can just flip and get right back with the Lord.
It was a mindset. It had to change, and it changed, and
It's discipline.
you know, now it's like
And everybody don't share that.
lovely. It's a good feeling.
You have that discipline.
It's moderation, man. You still can do the things that you want to do and still be in great shape, but if you do them in moderation. Most of us, we overdo. You know what I'm saying? We overdo shit. We got to eat the large pizza.
Excellent.
We got to get the cheesesteak and the fries. We got to do this and that. You know what I'm saying?
Can't eat till you full.
So it's moderation.
Type shit.
Because I was in the best shape of my life and I used to eat pizza and buffalo wings like great. But you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, right?
It's you know what I'm saying? It's moderation. You just don't overdo anything. You
But
know
that's
what I
just a black culture. We deal with weight differently.
mean? Yeah.
Because, you know, I had a health condition. When I had to come down, I got hypertension.
For sure.
You know, when you come down,
That's one of the biggest killer of black. That
high
is the
blood
biggest
pressure
killer
for
of
those
black
who don't
men
know
in
what
America.
So you already know. You got to come down. Once you come down and kind of bring it under control,
Yeah.
along with the medicine they give you. But as a black community, they take with losing weight as being sick. It's like in the black community, you got to show people, yo, I'm in the gym, I'm working out. I'm trying to get my body back, because if you just can't pop out 6 months and they ain't seen you skinny and you was kind of had some weight on you.
I'm
Well,
not really
being-
sure that's true though. 'Cause
It is.
I feel
That's
like now,
always true.
I feel like we are now like changing.
I was 225.
Yeah, but we talking
I
about.
started taking the medicine.
We talking about
my
when you
blood
was
pressure
big.
medicine. No, I'm telling you.
Man,
I'm taking medicine.
they going to see
I came
Dr.
down,
Miami, Dr. Columbia,
came down,
Dr. Bombay.
I popped out.
Ain't nothing
I
now.
took a couple pictures on social media and niggas was calling me like, yo, you all right? You don't look too good.
Because it was a shock to them.
Right, that's just you. But I'm saying like, as far as our culture, like people are working out.
No, it's
like
just
people
not
are eating
me.
healthy. It's
Damn.
like
Working out is
it's
a
our
thing.
now.
No,
It's our
still,
thing
I
now.
don't give a fuck. There's a lot
Listen,
of
they go
workout
get
buffs.
the body done, then start working
I
out.
be feeling like half the time, if you're not working out, then you ain't really living right.
What I
Yeah,
gotta
for
say.
sure. You
The
should.
black culture, when you lose weight, they take it as you if you're on some drugs or you got some shit that you can't get rid of.
That was
Never take it
that
as
was before.
That's is great.
That was before. That was before. That was
That's
before.
right now.
Yo, this bull with the shenanigans, man.
How long
this bull
ago
got
was
these
that for you,
prehistoric views, man. Don't nobody.
I gotta be real.
That was a while ago though, Ness.
Never. Or when you go to jail, niggas only see when you buff. They classify that. Oh, he went to jail. He did some time.
No, real rap, like being working out in the street wasn't a thing. It was, but it's changed so much.
Now in the
It
past
changed.
2-3 years.
But
No,
Health
that's
is
been
a
longer
big
than that.
business. It's $1 billion industry.
No, the gym's
and
been
health
packed
is
since
a
I've been
finesse
home,
game
man.
now. That's not fuck.
But
Hey,
when you
hey,
say
hey,
the
boy,
black
stop.
people
That's
don't
right.
like, this is where it's
Ness,
at
you got to
now.
understand with the growth of Instagram and social media, what's the perfect
skinny,
body? They
it's a
looking at
finesse.
perfect bodies all
Health
day.
is a finesse. Them fit camps, all
Everybody
that shit is
that
a
body
finesse.
look good ain't healthy.
Them Herbalife, all that shit is a finesse. It's a
Everybody
$1
that look good is not healthy.
That's true.
Some people they body look good, but they really not that healthy.
That's true. I would say the black community,
'Cause they- you know what I mean?
we deal real. We carry
Health is
weight
about your
delicate.
inside. Health
We
is
carry
what's going on
weight delicate.
inside your body.
You can't
Not the
you can't
outside.
go off the grid for 6 months and pop back up 150 pounds lighter than you was when they let.
It happens all the time. Everybody getting surgeries.
I feel like that's
Everybody, he got that lap band surgery. Everybody's he on Ozempic. Like everybody's doing something. That's what we talking about now.
we
nigga.
talking about now, Ness. But we not saying like you.
It's not
sick or
strange like
anything.
that no more.
And I
Now
feel like most
everybody
of it is
popping up skinny.
people not educated.
I just went through this shit last year.
Yeah, I just feel like people not
I was
educated.
225. You know what I mean? I had to watch my weight, so I stopped eating once a day. I wasn't even working out.
That's not even good.
That's not. I was gonna say that's so not good.
Said it wasn't good. Like you ain't eating. That's not good. But I didn't want to. You know what I mean?
Have your pressure high.
Boom.
I know.
I get headaches. I don't like that shit. I'd rather just not eat.
You know, if anybody at this table know, I know.
So I went from 225 to 195. That's the smallest I've been since I've been to high school. Niggas was saying I was sick. I'm like, 1 minute you
was sick, nigga. That's why you had to lose weight. I was sick.
I wasn't sick though.
What do you mean?
When I lost the weight, they saying I was sick.
You were sick. That's why you had to lose the weight.
No, I was sick when I was bigger.
They were saying the sickness made you lose the weight. That's what they saying.
No, they were saying I looked sick.
Right. The sickness made you lose the weight. You look sick.
That's crazy. When you help, you look sick to people.
They're like, I liked you better with weight. And I'm like, I feel better smaller.
Fuck, I can't. How you like me better? I'm ready to die.
I didn't look as good I did when I had weight.
Well, fuck them. They uneducated. There's
that's
a lot
what they
of
used
stuff out
to.
here that's killing
And that's
us
when
black folks.
that's
like
what I'm trying to make. The black community,
and all those
they
things.
got pics with weight. You can't just go off the grid for 6 months and pop back up 100 pounds smaller than you was when the last time they seen you. They gonna say you got some shit or you on some shit. With white people, you can do that shit. I don't give a fuck what you can do. White people, any other.
It used to be like that, Ness. It's not like that no more, Ness. With these procedures and stuff now, everybody's getting skinny overnight, Ness. It's happening every day on Instagram. You follow a bunch of chicks, 10 of them, 7, in about 7 months, they gonna look different.
Because I know now I got to show people, I got to do Instagram, I got to be in the fucking gym with Black De Niro and P-Funk and show people the process and all that. For people to actually know, oh, okay, he losing weight. I can't just be like, I can't win in private. Do my dips and do my cardio in private and pop back up 50 pounds lighter. Niggas be like, oh, all right, we fucking with that. No, he on that shit or he got that shit.
Yo, real rap. Real rap.
So I need our community, minority community need to, really support our people when we try and get our body back in shape.
Just health
together.
Health ain't just about your body.
I support you, friend.
Health ain't just about how your body look. Health is about how you feel inside, how your conditions inside.
That's true.
Because the biggest killer of blacks, although they may try to make it seem as violence, we dying more in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying?
Sugar and salt.
We dying more in the kitchen than any streets in America.
Diabetes, hypertension.
Yeah, especially for black men.
They're the biggest threats.
Especially for black men.
A bullet will kill you.
And we have self-inflicted wounds because we don't go into the hospital till we almost dead already.
Yeah, we've
been broke down for 10 years, but we don't go in there till we dead.
As a black man, our favorite line is it'll go away on its own.
Yeah.
I'm
ready to go lay down. I'll be out to lay down. Fuck it, I'm gonna die in my sleep. Fuck it, I'm gonna go lay down. Sleep this off. I'll be all right.
Do you want to know, your HIV status? Are these some of the things? Because there's a lot of things in the black culture. There's a lot of taboo.
You should know.
But now you have to know.
I was say,
but do you want to know? Do you want to know, or do you want to just drop dead in the middle of the street one day? And be like,
No, because I got responsibilities and people that I can't just tap out like that. You know what I'm saying? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I need to. You know what I'm saying? If I was in bad shape, I would want to know so I could start organizing my affairs for me and mine. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to just drop it down. They're like, "Oh, what the hell? What we gonna do? Where's
as an adult, as a grown person, adult with friends, family.
Plus, it's 2024. Like, what kind of person are you to just not go ahead and just get your situation?
Plus, mind and medicine stuff change every day, man.
It's too much. It's
stuff
too
change every day.
So like diabetes and hyper. All you gotta do is the biggest thing is lose weight, eat right, easy.
Yeah.
That's
and
easy. That's
not easy.
That's as easy as saving.
Because that's breaking generational.
It's easy as saving money. That's the hardest thing to do.
When your life is on the line, I think that you could do just about anything.
No, real rap. But look how many people they tell stop smoking or you gonna die. And
they put the shit on the pack to tell you this shit kill you. Niggas still buying it. We coming to a close. Our producer telling us we running out of time. Any last words for our platform, Spade, being a legend that you are?
Thanks for having me. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody who's creating a platform and therefore you creating a gateway and the opportunity for the next generation to keep it pushing, keep it pressing. We can't forget about, we so worried about tomorrow. Worried about the day. We can't forget about tomorrow. And that's our youth, you know what I mean? And that's the people in the inner cities of America, you know what I mean? That look like us, that come from what we come from. that we say we care about, you know what I mean? And who made us who we are. The reality is my first fans was the people in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? The people from where I'm from. So, and they still, you my support, biggest supporters.
Right. That's the biggest. Yeah, so, that's your first audience. Your peers.
For sure. So
feel you.
And and other than that, man, it's all love. Twine, if you're gonna get in that ring, get yourself together. Get yourself together. Stop playing with it.
I ain't playing with it.
Either do it or don't. Do it, don't. You know what I mean? Do it, don't.
Gotta do my guy.
Yeah. Appreciate you, my brother. Come on our platform. We got more to come, man. Shout out to my co-host right here. What's up?
What's up? You know my name, so
Hey, Angel Face always mean, but you know, shout out my bro Spade, Ness.
You already know, Talk Shop, Enes, Twine.
Get your way to podcast, signing out.
Podcast.
Yep.